What is up, guys? So today we're going over how you can build your real estate team. And building a team in any sort of business venture is always going to be very, very crucial. The best thing about building a real estate team is you can do it for 100% free. And I know I talk about a lot of things that can make or break a real estate investor, small little changes that can make or break you thousands of dollars. A real estate team is absolutely crucial. So a real estate team is actually what's going to help generate your income, actually help drive your real estate investments. It's going to help you identify and find more of them. And it's also going to help you manage them and fix them up as well. And so picking the right people in your team is absolutely necessary. These are the core team members that all established real estate investors use all throughout the nation. And they always seem to boil down to the same core key players, no matter how big your business is. So whether you want to launch a business that's pretty small, or whether you want to have a multinational, multi-million-dollar business, they're all the key players and the basic foundations are all going to be there. And on top of that, I'm going to show you how you can make sure that you are collaborating with them, holding them accountable, and making sure that they are generating you money while you're scaling your real estate business, your real estate portfolio, your rentals, your flips, your wholesales, whatever you want to do. We're going to go over that today as well. First, we're going to break down the first key components of every single member that comes along. I'm going to break down the 4 key players that you're going to need for any sort of real estate investing. And keep in mind, it doesn't matter whether you want to build a multi-million-dollar portfolio or whether you just want to start investing on the side, you're going to need these key players no matter what. The very first key player that you're going to need is going to be real estate agent. You're absolutely going to need a real estate agent while you're going through this entire journey. And some people even have 5 or 10 agents. The best part about them is you don't have to pay them anything unless they find you a deal. So they can be working completely for free until they actually bring you a deal. So the roles of your real estate agent, what they're going to do is they're going to help you find deals. They're going to help you scope out more properties. They can set you up on a safe search to make sure that the minute something pops up in the market, you get an email. One pro tip that I would highly suggest with any real estate agent is I would ask them if you can get access to their MLS, meaning if they can give you their login info, and they might give it to you based on their own discretion. But what I've found is this helps me out quite a bit because now I have access directly to the MLS as a consumer, and I can make sure that I'm finding deals for myself. So like I said, the agent is supposed to find you deals. They can set up a safe search. They're going to scope out properties. They're going to help you list and sell the property when it comes up. They can also give you MLS access to make sure that you are finding the right deals. So agents are going to be crucial in your process and crucial in your success. And like I said, they're totally free. So the second team member you guys are going to need is going to be a lender. So the lender could be a bank if you're trying to buy a rental property or your own personal property. It could also be a hard money lender. I'm going to have a link in the description on how you can actually find hard money lenders. And they're totally free until you actually buy a property as well. So they can help make sure that you are getting enough financing for the property. And on top of that, you could also use a private money investor, which is, it could be a family member or a relative or whatnot as well. And they could actually help you buy the property too. Those are going to be your 3 main sources for the most part as far as financing goes. And this member is going to be really crucial just because they're going to help you actually purchase the property itself. And they might actually even pay for rehab costs and any sort of holding costs you have too. So this member is going to be crucial. I always recommend having this lined up before you even make any sort of offer, just because you need to know where your money comes from. And remember, if you're looking to find these lenders, I actually have a video that I've done before on how you can find any sort of hard money lender to make sure that you are getting financed. And I broke down on how you're going to actually pay for those fees and everything like that as well in there too. Number 3, this is going to be by far the most toughest person to manage. This is where every single investor always has trouble. If you find a key to this, you are going to become a millionaire, just because this is probably the most frustrating thing about all of investing. Contractors. And I'm sure you've heard this if you've listened to any other podcast, like on Bigger Podcasts, if you've talked to any other investor. Contractors are the biggest pain in the ass, just because you're going to have to make sure that they're being held accountable, that they're actually even showing up, that they're on budget, that they're doing quality work. It is a lot harder than you think. Before I got into investing, I used to always think that contracting was easy. Maybe I just give them a job and they're going to just show up and do it. Not the case at all. You have to make sure that you're setting the right expectations with them. And I could actually even have a video by itself on just how to make sure that you're managing your contractors correctly, just because it is so damn frustrating. As far as contractors, there's really no set formula on how to make sure that somebody is of quality. The biggest thing I can make sure is that you are finding somebody that could give you a referral for a contractor, maybe somebody from Yelp, if they have a lot of good reviews. Online presence is huge. If they don't have too much online presence, I actually would find that as a red flag, just because you have no track record of them. So all I would suggest for contractors is make sure that they can give you 2 references. have them give you before and after photos, have them walk you through other projects, just to make sure that you're not getting screwed over, because I've lost tens of thousands of dollars just because of poor contracting. So absolutely be careful when you're finding your contractor. This single person is what's going to actually dictate on how much profit you could potentially make on a deal, on how long it's going to take, everything that's associated with any sort of rehab project. This person is absolutely crucial. So do your due diligence, be very picky when you're picking the right person. Really quick pro tip before I get into the last member, you can actually ask your previous members if they have any references. So for example, you can ask your agent if they have any sort of contractor references. And at that point, that agent is gonna be very, very concerned on how you actually view them and making sure that you guys have a good reputation together. Just because if you have any bad experience with a contractor, that agent's ass is on the line. I think that's a pretty good incentive to make sure that you're getting a pretty good reference. So definitely ask your agent if they have any references. They're there to help you. Fourth and final member, if you're looking to do rentals, is gonna be a property manager. A property manager is gonna be crucial just because they're gonna help advise you as far as what rent values might be, where to buy, where not to buy. And one thing that you guys can do as well, and actually try to do this as passively as possible, like I said, I do it completely from my laptop. I do it completely out of state. You can make sure that these team members are holding each other accountable. So for example, you can actually ask your agent if a certain area is good or not. And from there, if they say yes, you can actually ask your project manager or property manager if this area is good. If the property manager says no, but the agent says yes, one of two things is going on. Either somebody is lying or somebody is wrong. It has to be one of those two. From there, you can find out what the issue is going on. If they both say yes, you can actually even get an opinion from a third person, let's say, for example, another agent, another project manager or property manager, and make sure that they say yes as well. If you're getting 3 yeses, chances are that's a pretty accurate set of data. You can proceed with that property. If you're getting conflicting data, then be careful. Same thing goes for contractors. You always want to make sure that you're getting 2 or 3 bids. If one contractor says, hey, it's going to be $40,000, and another one comes in and says, hey, it's going to be $70,000, either somebody is lying or somebody is wrong. You need to find out what exactly is going on. So either that $40,000 guy is underbidding you on purpose and they're going to try to raise up the price later, or the $70,000 guy might be either wrong or maybe they're just overbidding you because they think that you're out of state and you don't know what you're doing. So always get multiple opinions no matter what you're doing, whether it's contracting or whether you're looking at a property. Always ask multiple agents, always ask multiple project managers, property managers. And last thing that I forgot to mention as well, if you're trying to find these team members, where you can actually find them is going to be your Facebook groups. So literally go on Facebook, type in your city, type in investor group. You should be able to pop up quite a few options there. And within those groups, you're going to see quite a bit of agents, property managers, contractors. They're going to be self-marketing anyway, and they actually might even reach out to you if you post on there. So absolutely join your local Facebook group for investors. Totally free, always one of the best things that you can do as well. So like I was saying, guys, everything is done for free. The agent doesn't get paid unless you buy or sell the home. The contractor is only going to get paid if they actually win the bid and they actually start working on the project itself. The property manager only gets paid as if you actually buy a property and they start managing it. They can help you make sure that you do buy the right property. So as you can tell, all of these people only benefit if you actually buy the property. So as long as you're getting the right points of data and making sure that you're finding the right property, they all get paid from there. So absolutely do your guys' research. Make sure that you're finding the right people on your team. Make sure that you set the right expectations on their pay, because if one person expects to get paid before you buy something, that's not going to work. So everybody only gets paid after you buy a property. That is the cheapest way to invest in real estate. That is also the easiest way to make sure that everybody's held accountable and motivated and make sure that they're doing their jobs. Agent, contractor, lender, property manager. Get at it, guys. Start looking for those people. Start building your team for free. Get off of YouTube. Stop consuming. Type in facebook.com right now. Look for those people. Look for those contractors. Look for those agents. At least make a connection. Even if you're not ready to buy yet, make that connection. Get that snowball rolling. There's only so much research you guys can do. Get off of this website. Stop consuming content and start working. All right, guys. See you in the next one. So the second thing you're going to